been pressed. Let's see, are we going live? We might be should going live now too. Hello and welcome to weird things that are happening inside of my earlobe where there's like a hard little thing that has appeared a couple of weeks ago and where I'm not sure quite what it is, but I'm also sort of refusing to go to the doctor for it because then they'll tell me it's something horrible like cancer and then I'll have cancer, which I also have if I don't go to the doctor, but this way I don't really have to think about it, except when I do think about it all the time when I'm lying awake at night thinking, oh, maybe I have cancer.
If you get rid of your ear...
To be fair, if it is cancer and it's only in your earlobe now, it's much better to get it sorted now than later when it spreads into the bloodstream.
But then I won't be able to torture myself later by saying, oh, if only I had gone to the doctor sooner, I wouldn't be dying now because it's spread to my brain and my skull's about to explode.
Torture is pretty fun. I'm not
and then complain, oh, if only I didn't have cancer, I could go and see the world.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot more menace behind that. I'm a bit annoyed of that.
Yeah, and that, I mean, that is literally one of my greatest fears, that I will just die before I get the opportunity to do something. Anyway, tonight we're gonna drink alcohol. I went to the tax-deductible craft beer store and spent an ungodly amount of money there for 4 beers, but we're only going to drink 3 of them, because the 4th one, for some reason, has 610 milliliters of beer in the bottle, which isn't something that, like, why that size? So that one we're going to drink next week. The first one we're going to do today is this one. It's by North Coast Brewing Co., independent since 1988, a Cranberry Quince Berliner Weisse. It's a German style of beer, brewed, I think, in California. It's certainly a product of the USA. Let me think. Let me see where this is. Yeah, in
so you're drinking shit beer then.
In Bragg, California. This is from my local
test.
Hello, Heinz.
Wait, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. I thought it's you doing it. Yeah. No, Sorry, this comes highly recommended though. So.
Sorry about that. My icon doesn't light up when I talk, so I thought I was muted for some reason.
I had that problem yesterday, in a different chat. So. What's going on?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
One,
so, talking of booze, right? Everyone who is not like me and at work, let's pour one out for Eddie, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because this is very expensive beer, so...
Fair enough, but still, the passing of a great legend has happened.
Drink
I don't know if you saw.
Already.
Hell yeah, man.
Van Halen. Burger, if you die, would you change your channel name to Burger Krieg Verloren?
That would be... I'm gonna put that in my fucking will. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this is an American beer, but it comes highly recommended. America does have a very good craft beer scene. They lack the experience of basically a 1,000 years of doing craft beer that we have in Germany, but they do have some very, very creative things that they do. So I'm always excited to try a new American craft beer, because America has only been able to do beer for 40 years or something. Before it was just like the huge companies that were allowed to brew it. There was something. I'm not quite sure how that works. But yeah, there was this thing. It smells very fruity, very berry-y, because I mean there's cranberry in this. But also quite beery. Like the hoppy kind of beer, not like a heavy Irish stout type thing.
Sounds pretty good.
The rapping was now repeated with greater insistence, and this time bore a hint of metal. Lovecraft predicted Limp Bizkit. Yeah, so this is it's sour, but it's also dry as a beer, and it's still it sounds like a horrible combination, but it's actually very good. Because there's a lot. It's very fruity. I like this. You taste the cranberry. The bitterness of the beer complements well with the bitterness of the cranberry, and the quince I think gives it a very nice sweet note. So I will give this beer a one fucking shad that looks like he is in just agony out of one shad who looks like that he is just in agony, which is the picture that we have on screen right here. Why the fuck would he look into the camera like this? Shad, my man, what is wrong? Talk to me.
He was very awkward when he did that video. Like he didn't come out of his. He couldn't find the words.
Why?
But he was apparently live speaking to a class about being successful, and he kind of roundabout it constantly about how to be successful. You have to do stuff, and sometimes it's boring, and you have to find ways to make it interesting.
I'm very hesitant about people who are successful who tell you how to be successful, because I don't think that they're qualified to do that. There's a clear selection bias there, where, I mean, obviously something they did is successful, but have they done the research and talked to the people who have done the same things as they have but haven't become successful to figure out what the thing is that they did that made them successful? That's a pretty big, like, scientific problem right here.
I think it's mostly about how to deal with failure and how to get back up.
That is essential. But there's a lot of people who are successful who think that they have it figured out, but it's really just it's luck, and it's the ability to do it try over and over again.
If you want to be successful, there's only one guide you need.
I'm pretty sure that's the I Ching, but I'm not certain.
Hey, Berg, so on the topic of American beer making, right?
Yes.
As an American, I can give a little bit of insight. Like, this is my guess mainly, but it's mostly just probably due to increased standards and some legal jargon thanks to the Prohibition era.
Yeah, I think it was something like that, yeah.
Plus, you also got to worry about standards enforced by the DEA and ATF. So, wait, not DEA.
Wait. So this Liberty Hangout is saying it's monarchist, but is using the most capitalist method to do that. Americans, they don't know how to do any government form correctly.
Why would you call Trump your king? That is so distinctly anti-American.
I mean, I like the joke of it though. She's kind of cute.
Yeah,
was that the girl that did the weird interviews?
I would. I only have one queen.
Did he die?
I only have one.
The fucking cat drops on the motherfucker's head?
I don't know, man.
Oh my god, that definitely needs the fucking wasted thing on top.
God damn.
Definitely, yeah.
Caitlin,
and then
like poop
dog,
yourself.
Why does the dog have shoes?
I'm not sure that's the biggest question I have in this video, but it is one of the questions that I have with this video, certainly.
I've heard a story like a few days ago about like a burglar was in somebody's house and they found out because their dog was constantly barking in the middle of the night, and then they went down and the burglar was basically cornered by the dog. Apparently the burglar before was able to put the dog in the closet, and his cat was able to free him. because his cat is able to open doors, and the burglar was
Hell
being an
yeah.
asshole to the cat. So the cat opened the door so the
Nice.
dog could get him. That's teamwork, man.
Yeah, that is pretty dope. That's why you get a dog and a cat.
Hmm.
Is this something that you thought as kids also, that dogs and cats just hate each other? Except
Yeah.
the only
no,
exception is
I
if
was-
they grow up together, because I used to believe the hell out of that.
To be
I mean, it was a
fair, I
stereotype for a
grew
long
up
time.
with both a cat and a dog in life, and it was mostly. It depends how well trained the dog is. Like, we had a little shit of a fucking terrier, which we had to get rid of. It was that bad. But all other dogs have been completely fine with other wildlife.
I mean, all dogs are just kind of little shits, anyways.
My dog's fine with
What
cats.
is happening at
Very,
Heinz's?
they're very chill.
To be fair, small dogs are actually. Nah, the seagulls over here have become quite vicious and will kill small dogs.
So how about Trump calling his coronavirus infection or just whatever he got, a blessing from God, huh?
Oh,
Why is there a
What,
woman
seriously?
shouting in the background at Heinz's?
No, that's not mine. I'm hot micing.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
Critter?
I'm hot micing.
What? Oh, sorry, that's my mom, probably.
So I wasn't even sure.
I mean, I lived with my parents, so.
Ow, fuck me. Frodo just deafened me. Don't play that.
Fucking hell, Frodo! You sociopath!
Wait, is it loud?
This guy doesn't even speak.
Yeah.
He just comes in here and deafens us all the time.
No, I did just hear him laugh. That's the only sound he's ever made in these streams.
What?
God damn. It's good that I immediately turned it off.
Agreed.
Fuck's sake.
Ain't fire, Lord, ain't war. Love me nephew, love tea, simple as Uncle Iro.
Turning point Iro.
It's Turning Point Fire Nation. This is really good. This is one of the best beers I've ever had. It has this like golden beer flavor, right? This dark what's the amber? Dark amber. But it also, I'm not sure, you can probably not see this in the camera, but it has this orange hue to it. That's really delicious.
What's this? The Four Horsemen of Failed Empires.
Oh my god.
Not even sure what the one on the right is, to be honest.
And it Peru.
I think so. Let me. Yeah.
Hang on. I'll fucking.
I think it's Peru.
I don't know my flag, so I can't tell you.
Right?
No, I'm pretty sure it's either Peru, Peru or
it's
Chile.
Peru. It's
Yeah.
Peru. I just put in Peru flag in image search.
Yeah. How have you people been doing this past week? What's been going on?
Pretty good, man.
I'm doing good.
Somewhere in Spain.
Been to the gym today. Well, that was
Only one of them is Spanish.
Isn't that illegal?
I already
going to
mentioned by
the gym.
accident.
no, it's okay in the Netherlands. They fought very hard.
Anyway, Brady, what was this
Sure.
about a lockdown that you were saying earlier? Do I have to turn on the news? What the fuck's going on?
UK lockdown. That's just something my gran said.
I mean, my roommate who got
Bro.
arrested got kicked out of the house, so that was nice.
I mean, numbers are going up everywhere. I saw this article, and it's apparently not something that has been proven, but it is something that, where it's
Yeah,
like
it's
academics
game.
suggested that this is something that might have happened because the severity of coronavirus is quite dependent upon viral load. So the more, the bigger the load is that you have in your face, and then in your lungs, the heavier
I've-
you
I've
will,
definitely got
you know,
it.
the worse
Die.
the COVID-19 is going to happen for you.
That's-
And apparently, it would be reasonable to assume that because of
Aw.
all the mask wearing that happens, there's been a lot more like exposure to the coronavirus and a lot more asymptomatic cases because you can still get exposed to a very small amount of the coronavirus through the mask, right? And then you have the coronavirus, but it's so mild that you don't notice it. But then you have the at least temporary immunity. We're not quite sure yet how the immunity works. This isn't something that's proven at all, but it is something that has been suggested as very much possible.
Fuck off with you fucking.
So that maybe the whole herd immunity thing is happening quicker than we would have feared. But I don't think that we're gonna get a lift of the whole pandemic emergency measures before there's a vaccine rolled out properly. So.
Wait, what were you saying about loads first? I sort of switched off.
Yeah, loads in your.
Yeah, the higher the load, the more death.
Basically, Heinz, drink cum and you'll be fine.
Alright.
What is your solution, Priest?
Have you not seen the flag?
I think it's
Of
due
that
to...
problem. Yeah, no. Unironically, right, I have family in Israel. And a lot of people in Israel and Palestine would be cool with this.
Yeah.
A lot
I'm
of just
pretty sure it's
regular
about
fucking people, they don't want this whole thing to go on. They have friends over there, they have friends over here.
Yeah.
They don't want to fucking just the government shooting each other, some
actual
political
solution-
extremists just doing murder all the time.
The actual solution would be just make it British Palestine again.
Hey, Berg, do you know the story behind that flag, though?
It's probably from the flag mashup bot, right?
Kind of. They did it, but it was basically only black and green.
I'm pretty sure. It could.
Yeah, and what Critter did for me, because I was at work at the time, was make the green stripe in the background white and the black Star of David red.
And he did this why?
I mean, the priest
Because I suggested
said that this is better. And
It does look
painted.
better.
Like-
Why are you reposting pictures that Sito has posted, man? What is the deal?
Isn't that funny then? Or... I thought it was some. There was not a thought behind it besides reposting memes.
Fuck.
It's like a whole new level of.
Let's see. Do I have? I probably have like 2 new memes that I lifted off the server. I have 1, and I probably stole it from the server.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's a question I've wanted to ask you, Berger. What do you think of the Whole Alive containment channel?
Yeah, I don't look in it. That's what I think about it. But yes, I am responsible for that happening.
Oh yeah, Seator is
I
Burger's
love the
Torch
look
draft.
of just mild concern on the guy's face.
They look like they just farted and they're trying to just whiff it into the direction of the audience.
They look fucking mad. There's nothing else than that.
Like, half
that's
the
the
women in the
people-
audience look angry, and half the adults in the audience just look mildly concerned. Like, are you okay?
Do we
Yeah,
need to
like,
go
no,
down
why-
there
why-
and help you?
Why do you feel it? Why do you feel like you need to expose yourself so much?
Is
You don't
one festival with 100 artists and it's all K-pop? There has to be more than just K-pop in South Korea. I refuse to believe that the entire South Korean music scene is only K-pop.
It's because the rest
I
of them.
mean, I don't
No,
know
what
about
it- no.
K-pop,
What it
but
is-
I know
what it is-
Japan is a good
No.
metal and punk scene.
God damn it!
What it is, right, is all the other artists are actually successful and go to like America where they can make money.
You know, there's also K-rock. Probably baby metal is.
Also, it's
No, wait,
why
that's
I think-
Japanese.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
why-
Baby Metal's Japanese.
That image kind of tells me exactly why the North Koreans let them do that, because they know it strengthens their actual nationalism in their own fucking country. They see that and say, "Oh God, what have the Americans done? I'm gonna have to. That's it. We need to support the state even more."
What the fuck is this?
From
God damn, dude.
pretty good.
Shut mouth, hammock. Oh fuck.
Tonight on Mutton
God.
I feel like if we're gonna do bottom gear, then we're gonna go the same route as the North FC.
We've got to do bottom gear. This
Yes,
is
I do think that.
bottom gear stream.
You know what?
You all
Before I
heard
mean,
of-
on the risking that this will happen now, I have a small story to tell. I for the first time yesterday, I GM'd Dungeon World, and I have to say it's the most interesting session I have ever had the pleasure of GMing. It was so fucking cool.
Dude, Dungeon World is fun.
It's so good.
Right.
It wasn't even like interesting by Dungeon World standards. It was just some zombies that had crab parts on them, but it was so cool.
I love that the system just frees you up to be like just like as anime as you want. It's like, yeah, no, you just describe what you're doing. All right, then yeah, no, like defend with Constitution or Dexterity or I don't know, do whatever. It's so open.
You can just do it. It's so good. Okay, it's time
You've
for
all
bottom gear.
heard of bottom
Tonight
gear.
on bottom gear.
Have you heard of grot gear?
Oh, the Hulk meme. Yeah.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, we join the esoteric order of Dagon and awaken Cthulhu from the sunken city of Rye, and I drink his elixir of infinite knowledge. I think that was very good.
You need more. You need more. What is it like?
Tonight on bottom.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I throw a dead baby at the Queen's face while masturbating. Richard comes back from Syria and blows up a Tesco, and James sells his testicles on eBay to buy himself a Russian World War II era T-34-85 tank. Fuck.
Yeah.
What's this?
Wow, that's a take.
That
That's
is a take. Holy shit.
Jesus.
At
You know-
this point, why do we let blue check marks talk?
I know, right?
It's a great way to immediately tell people, yeah, I'm not gonna have anything valid or interesting to say.
So if they gave me blue checkmark, I'd be like, no, remove this, please.
I don't
I
want
was-
your validation. You're a trash.
This horrible thing. Why have you done this to me?
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I drink a quart of ether, then take a golf cart around the Nürburgring. Hammond gets hired to carpet bomb the Kurds in exchange for all the Turkish delight in Turkey, and James May produces anthrax in his man lab. God.
Honestly, two of those that sound like something they would actually fucking do.
The boys' home where I grew up had a house in Nürburg, so I was at the Nürburgring a lot when I was a kid.
You know that. You know.
So did you
James
actually
May-
see the film?
You know that James May wants to bomb the fucking Nürburgring because he hates the damn thing.
Oh yeah.
Every car.
I mean
that's
that's so James May of it.
It's because every car that's put on it comes out as fucking awful on the road.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I help Nigel Farage petrol bomb a hotel full of undocumented immigrants. James builds an aircraft carrier entirely out of cream cheese, and Richard attempts a military coup of Antarctica. What the fuck? That is a good question. That's a fucking...
I'm pretty sure it's a dude.
If that is that even a human though?
Yeah.
Tonight
The
on
big
Bottom
head.
Gear, I fly a Boeing 727 into a Canadian bank. James causes an economic recession by selling his 1999 Dodge Grand Caravan, and Richard uses a flashlight for the first time. Shout to the trillions and trillions of heroes in this picture fighting to save our country.
What I heard like cast today. What if Perch
Fucking hell.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I reenact the Holocaust in Minecraft. James commits tax frauds in North Korea, and Hammond blows up an orphanage in Scotland using a World War II era carpet bomber. This
Some
week,
Gear sounds like the best show.
this week on Bottom Gear, I demolish an Albanian child. James falls in love with a donkey, and Richard fucks his fucking yeets his nan off a cliff. I'm gonna get my second beer for tonight.
That's a quality.
Bear with me
by
for
the
a
way.
moment as I give my throat a moment of respite.
Oh yeah, that's
How many are there?
tonight on Bottom Slavy.
Don't
Tim.
attempt.
Trump
Jesus fuck.
Oh.
You're not deep enough.
work into the UK. James gets drunk on Kvass
I believe we
and
should join
passes
the Axis
out on
power.
the Moscow metro. And Hammond squats on a Lada Riva from Minsk to Odessa while a Gopnik plays hard.
Maurice, you
What?
should join the Axis powers. Do it for your king, Maurice.
God, Maurice, what the hell?
Who's Maurice?
Oh, he's from Madagascar.
Tonight on Bottom Gear Slav Edition. Oh god. I attempt to sneak a truckload of Polish migrant workers into the UK. James gets drunk on kvass and passes. How do you do that? And passes out on the Moscow metro, and Hammond squats on Lada Riva from Minsk to Odessa while a Gopnik plays hard bass at 110 decibels.
God damn. Okay,
Ain't 110 not that loud.
What the fuck? This is the new Jordan Peterson that now that he has brain damage. Okay.
No, that's
110
not the
literally is a live rock band.
Jordan Peterson thing.
Moving on to the Heinz. By the way, you're very quiet. Going from American brewed classic German beer, we go to a German beer specialty called a Wheatbier. Now, they're not actually. It's most of the things that people call beer on this planet. In Germany, you would not be allowed to call it beer legally. And the same is technically true for this, but because this is a very old, traditional thing, they're allowed to call it Bierspezialität. So it's a beer specialty. And it's basically, it's a beer that has orange and coriander in it. And it's a very, very... and it's a very old thing that has been brewed here for a very long time. I had a different German beer specialty on the stream a while ago, which was the kind of beer that tastes like ham.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Yes, there is a kind of beer, it's Rauchbier, smoke beer. It's a German beer specialty and it tastes like ham. And it actually does taste like ham.
Like hammy beer or just ham?
Ham. I mean, it also tastes a little bit like beer, but it's mainly ham.
Huh.
Like smoked ham. It's delicious.
It's I would
Brings a
drink bottle
whole
of ham.
new
Are you
meaning
kidding
to
me?
getting hammered.
Fuck off, man. God damn.
That was cool.
those are.
You should be
Okay,
shocked
Now
at
it's
that joke.
October, so time for beer.
Anything to claim, sir? Our thesis today should be critical leftists have hitherto only dirtied with dust the balls of those in power. The point is to cut them off. Okay. Actually, you know what? The whole thing with Trump fascism and all that, I always say Trump is a fascist in the same way that Bernie Sanders is a socialist. But damn, has he moved closer to fascism these past few days. Ooh!
He's almost...
So much for the
Sorry, Mike.
tolerant right.
Holy
But
shit,
brother,
how
I
many
am
beers
already
does...
one with the power of Allah.
How many beers is she... Holy shit! Holy shit!
The right amount
Wow.
for what?
Oh,
Ain't that Bavaria?
hey, no,
Yeah.
this is a waifu now. I'm
Is Bavaria to Germany?
If your wife can carry 20 beers,
a simp for this woman in
Is
particular.
Bavaria to Germany what Scotland is to England?
It's more what Texas is to the United States. But yes.
I thought Bavaria had an independence.
Actually, it's more like North England is to England.
But the thing is, North England is the same religion as the rest of England.
Well, I mean, so is Bavaria. I'm going to taste
Bavaria's
this now.
Catholic.
Yeah, well, half of South Germany is all Catholic.
Yeah, North Germany is Protestant, isn't it?
This tastes very different. It almost... There isn't... I have to say, there isn't a lot of flavor to this. I am moderately disappointed. Maybe it's because the beer that I had before this is so incredibly...
I just noticed it's the crap rave.
Ah, damn. Oof. Oof. So true. So true.
Huh.
Tax the rich, I'm horny, ACAB. Oh, hell yeah. So it has a lot less flavor. I taste the beer, right? It's a very light lagery sort of air. It's quite drinkable. There's a bitter note, but it doesn't really... It's like a nice beery bitter note. Sort of like a Pilsner. But I don't really taste the orange or the coriander. I kind of smell the orange, but I don't even detect a hint of coriander. So yes. Yeah, that was... Yeah, cool. Thank you for your input on this. Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
I don't
Wait,
know.
what?
I'm not drinking shit.
Does no one have
Thank you.
anything to say?
I'll say one thing.
What are we talking about?
Oh, jeez, I just got it.
Oh,
Your president is dead.
trying to decide if I know what coriander is.
cilantro.
Okay.
Is it cilantro?
Post it.
I'm pretty sure coriander is not cilantro. Let me
You
look
could
this
Google
up.
it.
I'll
Coriander.
yes.
It is cilantro? What the fuck? I would expect... See, now that I know this, but that can't be true. Wait, what is this? Oh, yes. Full
Okay, am I
English.
allowed to
That's a pretty nice.
English
That is a
breakfast
pretty
without
tasty
food?
looking breakfast. I'm
I-
not
That looks
gonna lie.
terrible. What are you talking about? How does that look good to you?
Oh, fried
Hey,
tomato.
man, you were constantly talking about stuffing.
Some
Why
nice
is it not good then?
bangers. Ooh,
That
bangers.
looks abhorrent.
Trust me, Beast, this is delicious. That's the one culinary thing that the British could do is breakfast.
I've been to London
Unless
and I
it's in
disagree.
There's tomatoes.
Get out of
There's
London!
fruit in there. There's
Fuck's sake!
tomatoes.
Stay away from
Don't go
London.
to
It's just a
London
bunch
is
of
an ignorant
lizards.
fuck. It's the worst place in the world. These people fucking suck, and the rest of us want to nuke them. They're really.
Yeah, well, to be fair, that's how Germans feel about Berlin too, so I
Yeah.
can empathize.
You want to know what London looks like? This is London.
He's right.
But no, like,
Oh
well,
my fucking
Beast,
God.
I must
Oh
say
my
I have lost
various
all
God.
respect.
I swear to God.
This was the thing that did it.
Yes, this was the
You know-
thing. Yes, you not loving a
Out-
full English breakfast.
Out of all of the things Britain has done, right, the thing I think is the most shameful of us, right, out of all the things we've historically done,
Yeah.
funding the South was the biggest mistake.
Okay.
Yes.
What's
The Irish famine, I can live with that. Genocide of Indians, I can live with that. Bombing of Dresden, I promote that. But supporting the Confederacy, nah, that was.
Wait,
bad
you
play
did
on
that
our
South? You supported the Confederacy in the U.S. after like outlawing slavery to what?
It's because
I mean, they technically outlawed slavery. Like,
to be fair, it was economical as opposed to anything else. We admitted to that, and we paid reparations to the US after the war.
do you ever go to the dentist?
I hate you for making me read that.
Oh.
Honestly, if a dentist did that, I would be in prison.
Yeah, it makes-
I am
Or an
traumatized from
asylum.
dentists. Remember when you, as a kid, you went to the dentist, right? And it's like, oh, we're gonna go to the dentist, gonna take care of your teeth, and then the dentist just basically starts just talking mad shit at you the moment your mom's out of the room. It's like, you fucking little piece of shit. I'm going to smash your fucking teeth in if you don't clean them properly. You see this? You see this? I have this mirror and this blue light that the ultraviolet thing. This is all dirt. This is your teeth getting eaten by bacteria. In 2 years, you're not going to have any more teeth. Yeah, they're all going to fall out. I'm like, 3... Fuck! Dentist.
You,
I've
Yeah,
never had my
I would
mom
have.
make the dentist.
If my dentist was like that, I would have had far more scheduled routine.
If next time you come here and you don't have clean teeth, I'm gonna take this drill and I'm gonna go out. Then I'm just gonna put it in your mum's eye and up to her brain and murder her. But you better fucking clean your teeth. That's what visits to the dentists were like.
I've had,
Nobody can tell me otherwise.
I've had 3 cavities, so I'm done.
Oh my fucking.
Critter,
God.
you are cutting out all the time. I barely hear half of what you're saying.
I turned up the sensitivity because people were in the background, but now it's a little bit
Yeah.
less. So
Have
Yeah.
you sent your mum
what
away
I
as
was
the
saying
dentist
is that-
come by?
yeah. I've never had the dentist and my mother not be in the same room.
Well, should I click on this?
It's fine.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't
but you look
trust
great.
Oh no!
Here's some programmer humor.
oh my god.
Okay, I don't get it.
Chadwick is
But I
in this-
think I get it.
This is terrible.
My main girl Anya is typing.
Hey, Anjo's here. That's fun.
Yeah.
Been a while.
I've seen her around in a while. Damn.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I saw this picture on Twitter, and this has to be the product of either this is a god tier shit post, like on a shit posting level that just defies the best shit poster in the world,
No, you
or this
couldn't
is
do that.
pure unadulterated autism. And I
There's
don't
no
say
way that's
this.
sincere. That can't be sincere. I absolutely refuse.
If this is sincere, this is just pure autism.
It's not.
And-
It's too far. It's too far.
But it's also too far for no one is this good a shit poster.
No. Like that. It has to be. No one would put both of them in the same picture and throw in Chaswick in the back. It's too good.
That's my point. No one is this good a shit poster.
Yeah,
Someone
but
has
nobody's that retarded.
What are we talking about now?
I mean, yeah, probably no one is that autistic.
nobody's
Holy
that retarded.
shit.
Jesse, for the last time, Abu Bakr is the legitimate caliph after Prophet Muhammad's death. May God bless him and grant him peace.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was the guy who founded ISIS, my man. This is Abu Bakr in this case is I'm not sure if he's the one who actually became the caliph or if he's not the one that became the caliph. But that's what the disagreement of Shia and Sunni is about.
I am never gonna unsee that now.
So I want to Anfash has been talking about wanting to become Irish. So what kind of European thing are we going to try and convince him of that he's supposed to do? Or are we not going to be able to do that?
Wait, what?
He's talking about taking Irish citizenship to get out of the States.
Who?
Anfash.
He should do it.
Irish family.
He should do it.
Yeah.
He should do it.
Get out if you can.
He's trying, but like the administration and Corona and stuff is doing him no favors.
Just fly over and figure it out after you
How
get
can
there.
we mess with him a little bit while saying like, oh, if you're Irish, then you should do this.
I mean, isn't he like the most freedom-loving person, and he's basically going to betray the freedom land?
But isn't it his freedom to betray the freedom land that makes him a real American?
I mean, to be honest, I think we should ask Snowden that one.
Exactly. Basically, what I'm saying, Anfash is the same as Edward Snowden.
Fuck's sake.
Probably,
I
yeah.
YouTubers just get away with this shit.
Why is Anfash now Edward? Like,
Well, he's going to Ireland because he doesn't like how America's doing shit.
Gabe is just going to be raising sheep and drinking all day.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Crazy.
He'll miss his guns though. Like, he will sorely miss those.
If I were to leave the U.S., I would miss my guns, but I'd be happy that I didn't feel the need to have them.
Well, but there's countries where you can have guns in like Europe and the rest of the world.
Like
I wouldn't go to Europe. Like, let's get that clear.
come on, we're fun.
It's your loss, man.
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather have
parts of
healthcare
you.
or guns? You got to pick one.
I mean, if you just come to Australia
It's
and
not
live on
all
a
Brit. You
farm-
can have guns in Germany, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm in Germany.
And Beast, you can have guns and beer in Germany.
At the same time.
I'm not sure I
Yeah.
get this joke.
Basically. I mean, that's what Cora's been talking about. There's these German gun clubs
Then they.
that just drink beer and have fun together. You just can't be married.
All right, right. Can I just jump in here? Apparently, Pokemon is a left-wing game. Now, I know I can perfectly counter that. They had literally an animal rights group be the antagonists.
Yes.
Yeah, what I wanted to say
Based.
about I told MDevMech before was like you should put Pokemon Blue on the right. That would be a perfect meme.
The character select screen for racist Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god.
It really does look like that.
Heil, 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 heil. That's fucking shit, dude. What the fuck?
Wait, Whatever step you do.
You know, I bet the Reverend can pull out some sick combos.
Bernie Sanders begins to ascend.
Bring me the one.
Oh, fuck.
That's quite interesting. The volume of water and air on the entire planet compared to each other.
Oh no, but now
Oh,
they
no.
can't breathe or drink.
What are we gonna do?
Why
You have
did
a
you make
request,
this
Saga?
picture? You've doomed us all! I cannot tell the difference between reality and memes. This is true,
Yeah, be-
yes.
You've been challenged.
Is
Gwydion.
this what you want me to wear in the workout video I'm gonna send you, Beast?
Yes.
Yes.
just so I have to be able to judge your form properly, you know? That's the way.
You have to remember the stockings.
Just buy it, and then one fast
Raise
food
your
Thursday
hand,
just suddenly turn up with it.
gentlemen and ladies, if you had to suffer through dial-up connection.
Dial-up connection.
I do not want to have my son have to go through what I went through.
What's this?
Oh no.
What's this?
Oof.
By the Viking.
Tommy was over.
No, not gremlin-y enough.
Big
Oh my god.
I felt genuine joy when I saw that. and that
It's such
makes me
a
laugh.
story. It's such a story.
It comes out fast.
I love those pictures when you see like a car crash and then you see a woman in front of it with just her bra on or something. And it's just there's just such
what?
so much story. And those are very
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Imagine
next week's
when-
Fast Food Thursday, by the way, will be on Friday because of
Oh.
scheduling issues. Okay. Okay.
Due to technical difficulties, Thursday will be Friday.
Oh no.
You know, I never really got into. I never watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z as a kid. I only like a couple because my grandma thought it was too violent, and then I was allowed to watch Yu Yu Hakusho, where motherfuckers did like get their heads cut off with the magic swords, and we used to watch Shin-chan together.
Oh yeah.
Yu Yu
that was weird.
Hakusho starts with the main character dying.
Yes, it does.
Why are you saying it like that?
Very hard.
Really, she was just protecting you from autism that would come from Dragon Ball.
We finally
No man,
discovered
you get autism from South Park.
Actually, my mum did really was into the idea of me watching South Park. I think that's why I don't watch a lot of South Park. Well, I mean, the reason is because the Yakuts went like, no. And so, okay, so probably historically, large parts of Siberia were settled by Germans who were like
Oh my
taken
God,
from
that
Germany
emanates so much fucking boomer.
by Catherine the Great. And most of them, because the northern Yakut lands are less hospitable, similar to Canada. Most of them, the more civilized areas, like urbanized areas, are along the southern border, and so the north of that is more ethnically the various different groups that originally inhabited Siberia. So it does make sense that the southern part of this southern strip exists because it would be more politically and ethnically aligned with the greater Russian government. Yeah, so that's the border gore explained, my man. What is this?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh my god. This is just my hypothesis right now, by the way. I can relate to this not because I'm a programmer, but because specifically I'm not a programmer. Although finally, I mean, my old phone had like Android 2.1 or something, and now I have Android 10, which is called Android 1.
Is it?
Oh god.
Yes.
I thought
And
they all had candy names.
I can actually run things on my phone.
Aww.
Carson.
Yeah, I thought it was not political enough that it would just be fine.
You know, if I had the ability to make an earthquake, I'd be the biggest dick in the world.
An earthquake.
Oh,
Why
no,
can you not do
man.
that right now?
Because I only weigh about 60 kilo.
Is that much weight?
Reminds me of the video of the girl like trying to do makeup during an earthquake.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Any.
This is my favorite meme of the whole last month that I saw. This is a biologist meme, by the way. It's just
Mini beetle?
it literally more than half of all species that exist are beetles. This is not a joke. This is actually true.
It's because they're willing to live in shit, and America is a large place.
Like in zoology, you have I saw the graph in my zoology lecture where it's just more than half of all the species are beetles.
I find it really interesting to get like a biologist talking about fungus because it usually gets really like weird and Lovecraftian.
Fungus is weird as shit. Okay.
We don't know what this is.
It's a whole
everywhere.
different.
It's unfathomable. Like
Yes. So basically, it's a whole different kingdom of life, right? You have animals, you have plants, you have protists, and then you have fucking fungi. They are so weird. We don't know a fraction of all fungi because most of them live in the earth and are tiny. And you'd basically
The only
have to
thing
just...
the only thing I know about fungus is from watching Ben 10 back in the day.
It's...
that is legit
mean,
the only reason I know.
To be fair, that's a lot less
So-
autistic than saying, "Oh, my entire political view comes from fucking Paradox games."
There's fungi that are estimated to be as large as continents, and they permeate everything. If you want to get really crazy, you have to start talking to fucking Stamets because he is the world's foremost expert on fungi, and also he genuinely believes that fungi give you the ability to see into the future and parallel dimensions. So on one
That would
hand,
be
he's
fun.
a respected scientist. On the other hand, he is fucking insane.
Is it Mr. Paul Stamets?
Yes. Yes.
Wonder who is insane? Paul Pop.
You have to watch his Rogan episode. It's so good, but it's so wild. Where he tells a story about how he was high on mushrooms, and then he saw he was wandering around, saw like a field of dead cows, and he then went into the office and was like, "Oh, I was on fucking mushrooms and I saw this and that," and they wrote down Stamets sees a field of dead cows. And then apparently, a couple weeks later, that happened because there was some kind of freak cold event that froze a bunch of cows to death that were just out on a field.
But isn't that like Nostradamus, basically, then?
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe the story is true, let's be honest. But there is some wild shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was on mushrooms once, and I was just climbing in a tree, and then my subconscious was like, hey, you have a lisp. How about you stop having that lisp?" And he was like, "Okay, let's do it." and then apparently that's how he got rid of his lisp.
Oh, that's nice. I mean,
He
there's
has two
stories about
children from
Jesus
a
doing the
previous
same thing.
marriage. One who is named after a hallucinogenic mushroom.
What?
Oh
Yes.
my god, this new fucking
He named his daughter after a fucking magic mushroom.
I have to look this up. I have to look this
I
up.
mean,
man.
Robin Williams named his daughter Zelda.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as
Paul
naming your
Stamets.
fucking
Yeah.
Paul Stamets children.
Oh fuck.
Azurius and Ladena. So I think it's Azurius.
Wait, why does his Wikipedia page so small? He's like the Wikipedia page for the Star Trek character Paul Stamets is bigger than this. By the way, he graduated from Evergreen, which is the one with you know, what was his name? Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Not
Eric Weinstein?
Yes, Eric Weinstein. No, not Eric Weinstein, but his brother. No. Yes.
Harvey.
No, not that's Harvey Weinstein. That's a Hollywood producer. I'm talking about the biologist.
Oh, okay, never
Right, I
mind.
think.
Weinstein,
Yeah,
Weinstein.
It was like maybe like. Oh, I passed it a lot when driving back and forth between Portland and Seattle.
Yeah. A pizza god, truly.
Dude, I could go for some pizza right about now.
Ah, damn, hell yeah, I agree. I'm not going to because I already ate today, but
Like I've wanted a pizza for months, and the last time I had one, I ended up having to go to the hospital. It ended up being my appendix, but now I'm worried, and I don't know if I could have pizza again.
What
I'm
brand
sorry,
was it?
what?
What brand was it? Was it Domino's?
Was Domino's, but I think that's unrelated.
I like Domino's because they have weird as shit pizza.
Oh, yeah.
I love Domino's because for like a while when I was in college, they had this ad campaign where it's like, hey, yeah, our pizza used to be like really bad. Now it's like it's better. Like it's
adequate.
Like, not the best, but like it's way better than it used to be. And I really appreciate honest advertising, and so like I became a Domino's fan at that moment.
There's a local place that makes really good pizza, and they make these gigantic like fucking things, but the way they cut it is they cut it like a grid.
But the pizza's still round.
The pizza is still round, yes.
So cut into squares tastes better. I don't know what else to tell you. That's just true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
weird,
get
but,
another
like,
beer and not have to listen to this.
But like you get the like some bits which are entirely crust, but to make up for they're covered in like sauce and all the toppings, so it's great.
The worst part about pizza is that people from New York and Chicago exist.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
they're
you
bullshit.
did pizza? I want to try that though.
Like people from New York have to have the best everything. They're really insufferable.
Hey,
It's like,
never,
oh,
ever
you
going to
mean
have the best
pizza,
tea.
you mean lasagna? No, I mean like I don't like it's still pizza to me. I don't I know that like you like uncle had like the pizza shop down the road and he was from Sicily and he made the best like whatever. I don't care. I just want
What are you talking about, Beast? Hey, we got the best pizza. He's my uncle from.
I would love to eat some like Italian American pizza. I'm not gonna lie.
The best pizza I've ever had is the pizza I've made myself.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased.
Isn't the best pizza the pizza we made along the way?
Yeah.
When I was
You know,
I
because
was
eventually
doing
someone puts
keto. I
fucking
was like,
pineapple
I
on
really
it.
wanted pizza, so I made one, but like instead of a crust, I did like a bacon weave.
Bacon weave?
Ooh,
Yeah,
damn.
like, basically, take bacon and like you weave it together.
Did you
Like,
get
That sounds like so much effort. Like,
Damn.
So it's a lot of effort, but when you're on keto, eventually like you just want some sense of normalcy.
Yeah, when you're on keto,
Oh.
you just really want that bacon weave, and you have the energy to do it.
pizza.
You just
Keith, there's a
need.
CP
You
Foundation
just
now.
really need a lot of ketamine for that, and then
Yeah.
it works.
I did keto for a little while, but like then my dad came back and we just had to eat the same like garbage that we'd been eating, and I like lost a bit of weight and I was happy, but then I was like, oh shit.
Okay, this is an American beer. Once again, this is one of those nice experimental ones by Stone Brewery. It's called the Scorpion Bowl IPA. Usually not a fan of IPAs. I've been recommended this one, although to be fair, I did go to the store and ask him to sell me all of the beers that they wouldn't sell a person that has taste. So this might be shit. I really like Stone Brewery. They do this one thing called a Chocovesa, which is like a chocolate beer. They rarely have it, but it's always delicious. I've had it a few times. It's very good. It's like similar to the hazelnut stout that I had on the stream at some point. I think I reviewed Chocovesa at one point. It has this really like original chocolatey, like dark cocoa type stuff flavor. It's really good. The funniest thing is that the only reason I'm doing this, right, is so I can drink nice beer and it is tax deductible. I love that no one cares about this at all.
Oh no, I think it's
Tax
great.
deductible beer.
Yes.
Why?
I thought your
Wow.
American Candy episode was pretty funny, actually.
Well, because it's beer that I am drinking on stream and I'm reviewing. I am a professional video maker, and one of the things that I do, ever since I found out I could do it and deduce it from my taxes, is drink beer and eat candy on live stream. And so
As long as you critique it.
yes, as long as I critique it, it's an integral part of the show. I have the receipts, I have the precise dates, and I send that into the tax office, and it's tax deductible. I don't even have to prove it technically, but I do it anyway.
Oh,
They will
wonder if
watch
I
your
could-
videos. You'll get views from them then, basically.
I don't know. Yes, that too. Hell yeah.
Can I just say on the topic of pizzas, right? You get stuffed crust, right? But instead of cheese, it's one piece of salami.
Ooh.
Listening.
We have a pizza
Salami.
place here that's just like real Italian pizza by a real Italian guy. And just the tomatoes, he uses the small tomatoes, so it's delicious as hell. But he's such a dick. Oh my god, is he an arsehole. I'm going to read the description of this.
I was going to ask, is he actually Italian? But with that description, I'm going to go, yes.
A punch to the stinger. This beer shows the amazing fruit aroma and flavors can be coaxed from an artful blend of hops. There was no fruit used in the making of this beer, and all the complexities come from the almighty hop. And then it says stonebrewing.eu, brewed in the USA. Cool.
Please never make that voice again.
It's American.
Your videos from now on in that voice.
It's American beer, isn't it?
Arab in its natural state.
Can you just do a fan dub of Stephen Armstrong from Metal Gear now?
No, I cannot. It's illegal.
Nano machines, son.
I would be
Machine.
shocked. Okay, so this does taste fruity. This tastes like the last beer I had, which did contain fruit, but
Oh my
fruitier,
god.
even though this does not contain fruit.
This
So,
is semi-political, but it's...
Americans, I have to give it to you. Let's go. Americans enamored with New Zealand's handling of COVID don't even know the extent of how good it is. Our most recent small cluster of cases was followed in such detailed contact tracing and gene swabbing that they traced 2 cases to a trash can lid, and an elevator button. Yes. Yes. New Zealand! Fuck yeah! So yeah, this is quite good. It's still an IPA. It's still quite bitter. It's not as good as I expected. It's not as good as I expected from Stone Brewery. But Americans, I have to give it to you. You experimented and you made something good.
Adequate.
French Emperor. I actually have a related story about that post about a time that like I wore a costume that involved a loincloth at this country fair thing. Long story short, loincloths are hard to tie properly and you should wear something under it.
Hell yeah.
But now I want to hear monks.
I can't tell the full. I'm at my mom's house right now. 'Cause I'm traveling, and I can't talk normally right now, guys.
You tease.
Remind me some other time.
Oh, is this why you haven't sent me any nudes? Wait, does this video just go on?
Wait, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
What is
It goes
the
on
Why didn't you send me any?
You should
how?
You should try this one. This one's really good.
How is this possible? What is this witchcraft?
What are we looking at? The waffle?
Oh, I saw this in the craft beer store today. I considered buying this one, but I didn't get it.
Yeah?
No?
Forgive me, Daddy, for I have sinned.
Nope. On your OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get that one, unfortunately.
Oh.
It's
See,
actually
but you
two-
have brewed on
it's
it in
actually
your
like three.
Yes,
area.
we do have it. Yeah.
Ironically, we'll
I
probably-
mean, my craft beer store has beers from all over the world, so it's
Okay. Yeah.
Into a whiskey
I
zone?
had that in the supermarket.
Yeah, they also have a bunch some whiskeys. Like they also have whiskeys and gins and some like high liquor stuff and some like barley wines and stuff. But they're specialized in beer and craft beer.
I was back before the pandemic hit. I was on a date and the person took me to a this weird bar that had peanut butter flavored whiskey.
What?
Yeah, so we just
Pretty nuts.
Was it good?
Was that actually? Yeah, was that actually?
It was better than I thought it would be, but it was really strongly of peanut butter. It needed to cut it with something or to be used in a cocktail.
I'm currently
You don't-
making like a coffee rum that I'm imagining being mixed with milk. I'm not a coffee guy, but I'm
Not a coffee guy. Why are you making coffee rum?
I'm realizing that the person for whom this is a gift might be watching the stream, but I'm pretty sure he's not.
I'm thinking with the peanut butter whiskey or whatever it is, you just put in a really fruity, sweet wine or something, and then you call it a PB&J.
Yes,
Exactly.
Mix it
Yeah.
with jelly.
Yeah,
Damn.
Jelly shots, yes. Jelly shots.
I have to look up if this is like a traditional infusion I can do.
Yeah,
because
when I
I'm-
tried that peanut butter whiskey, I cut it with grape vodka.
Great vodka.
The end of that story is I later found out the person was married.
Ooh. Ooh.
Long story short.
But did you fuck them?
Oh no.
Your stories are way too short, man.
Remind me some other time.
I mean,
So the name of the website says tomorrow's stories begin right here. So I suppose it was true.
in England, someone being married doesn't stop us.
Yeah, you're a bunch of horny people.
You mean degenerates?
We going to horny jail.
It's probably possible. I'm not seeing the recipe here, but it's probably possible to make this an infusion. I imagine that it would be difficult, but I think it can be done.
What have been posted? Okay.
Then you also with some mix it with like a really fruity berry liqueur. Oh my god!
That might actually work.
Like a PB. Oh my god!
Mixing whiskey, but yeah, that sounds good.
Tremendous. This is the first time I've gone to the craft beer store in a long time, so I feel like
Isn't it almost Oktoberfest?
it is.
Dylan,
Oktoberfest is finished. I mean, it never happened. I think Oktoberfest is in September
But why is it called Oktoberfest?
because it celebrates the arrival of October. I think, But
Okay.
it ends
So
in
you're celebrating the
October.
arrival of October in September.
Yes, because
It's like
that's
like
preceding
New
October.
Year's Eve, but you don't really celebrate New Year's Day the same way.
Oh well.
I feel like you all
I guess.
are not angry enough about this.
Also, I have no idea about Oktoberfest at all because nobody up here celebrates it. It's a very Bavarian thing. Like people, like Northern Germans don't like Bavarians.
Oh, there's this town in Washington called Leavenworth that just decided to be an old German village one day, and everyone just kind of went with it. Like it sounds like a lie, but it's a real place. Like they have like Kringelmarkt or something like this, like the Santa Claus festival and all this. Like it's basically like if a Hallmark movie was like a place. Like
Fair
there's
enough.
like some old guy who works at the post office and his name is Nick, but he's totally not Santa Claus. Wink, wink. It's that place. And, like I think it was there where they have like where they also have like this really just crazy Oktoberfest like type of the festival because like it's a vaguely German thing and they feel that they have to do it.
Well, it's not just a vaguely German thing; it's clearly a German thing. But like, yeah.
What did they do? No.
It's like if Olive Garden, Italy was like a city.
So Oktoberfest is to Germany what wearing kilts are to England.
I suppose that is true. It's more like wearing lederhosen is what is to Germans what wearing kilts is to English people. But proper English people, like especially royalty, wear kilts.
I wear kilts.
I think only if they're in the Scots Guard.
I remember, but this was just. I remember a picture of, the Nazi king Edward the Seventh, I think.
Yeah.
I remember him wearing a kilt at some point.
I mean, he was also an
Edward the Seventh.
Pretend like he never
Let's
took
see.
power for a split second.
Edward the Seventh.
God damn it, Hein.
Going to immediately.
I don't know why there's like
mountain of nudes.
I'm looking at
You fat cat.
I just Wikipedia'd Edward the Seventh, and second picture I see is him as a boy in like a sailor uniform.
Oh, that is so posh.
Renditions.
I think I found Robert. Here's his toothbrush.
Hell yeah, dude! I do love that this is basically like a middle-aged woman's bathroom.
Oh yeah, I was at a wine tasting place. That's how I chose to do a wine tasting.
I thought this is like a cosplay thing or something.
No, I was at a wine tasting place. That's just how I decided to be that day.
Not respect, my man. Respect. I respect this move so much. Damn.
I don't think anyone would question you looking at those guns.
Like I get away with so much stupid crap that I should not get away with.
Oh damn.
At least you're aware of it. That's good.
So how was your taste of Scotland?
Gutland.
Did you wear pants under that?
I'll send you a picture that answers that later.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like a true Scotsman.
I love this video where it's like a femboy, much a man with a skirt, and then the Scottish guy calls him a fucking mutant. But really, Scots are the most SJW people.
I remember like during like one of the rugby things, like they made this advertisement where the New Zealanders were supposed it was a match between the New Zealand All Blacks versus the Scottish team. The All Blacks did their little haka thing like they do every game. The response of the Scots was just to lift up the kilts.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that is such a literal big dick move.
Wow, I'm getting stuff really late. It's weird.
This.
Such fanboy, much kawaii.
Who the fuck are you nice?
I'm gonna phone the police on you, yuppie.
Where's Beast?
How did you get in my house? I'm trying to phone the police on you, you mutant.
Okay, now.
If you want to be bad about it.
The world's tallest man.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
She literally barely goes up to his knee. Holy fuck!
Imagine the porn they could.
Why is it me or does his knee look really low on his leg?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like his knee.
No, actually, if it's the lower, if the upper right one, it seems pretty normal.
I don't know. Like I think it's him standing like straight with that one, but he's bending.
Him standing near rocks that are just really high, but just for him, they're not that high. So.
I don't know. His knees just look too low on his legs. Like he has too much like. I don't know the upper leg bone.
I mean, he did grow to a ridiculous degree, though.
I know, but it's like his knees look like they'd be the normal place. If like he stopped growing upwards.
So you want him to get fat? Is that it?
No, like if he grew normally.
Yeah, okay.
To a normal height, like his knees would still be in the right place. I still love that picture.
That's a lot of text that is very small.
The gist of it is like have you seen that picture before, Burger?
What picture?
The Warhammer picture.
No, I'm not even a Warhammer guy, but I'm kind of looking at it now.
Like the background is during that time people were like teleporting things onto the board, but there's a few rules where you couldn't. So what the guy did is he covered the board in scouts, so the guy literally had no legal place to deep strike. Therefore, he automatically lost the game.
Ouch.
Wait, the player one lost the game, or the other?
The guy who's smiling.
Oh, okay.
Like the guy who's looking in the books and everything. Like he had teleporters, but because of how scouts work, they can be put anywhere as long as there is a certain distance away from the enemy. But since the guy put nothing on the board, he could cover the board in enough dudes so that the guy could not legally deep strike.
Got to be at least 9 inches away from any of your enemy's models to deep strike.
Yeah,
I think that's the rule.
Okay, what does deep strike do?
It teleports your guy in.
Deployment zone, basically.
You can basically be wherever you want, then I guess.
It's kind of like paratrooping in, like paratroopers diving in.
For a thing.
So which one of them wins?
The guy who's smiling, like in the picture.
So the one who can't deploy his troops properly.
Anything down without violating.
No, the guy in the black shirt.
Yeah, but doesn't he have to deploy his troops poorly?
No,
he
the
didn't
guy
deploy
who's
any.
smiling is the one who spread out all his bikers. So he's the one who did the thing to stop the other guy.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's why he's so smug about it, and why they're poring over the book is because the guy's obviously thinking, "Oh shit! Like this is how am I going to get around this?" But like, yeah, they obviously called a judge to try and bullshit, but he won.
I still don't understand this, but I'm just gonna assume it's very
It's-
funny.
It's because he has to put it on the edge of the field, and he basically filled the entire edge. I think that's it.
What a Chad move.
But it's a good move.
Hmm.
I mean, you're basically trying to make sure that a guy that likes to cheat, or well, not cheat technically, but to make
Cheesy.
sure that he can't cheese the game.
Yeah, like think of
Your last YouTube.
think of like a normal think of a normal paratrooper invasion or like deployment. Imagine the entire battlefield just being covered with dudes ready for you. And the guy just has to the plane that would be dropping them essentially just has to fly over and go,
No.
nope, not deploying that.
I get that. I just don't know why he's so smug about it.
Because he
I'm reading it
automatically
here. I
won
think-
against like
Yeah, the way
yeah.
it reads
With
is
the-
basically you can't deploy a unit within a certain radius of another unit. But because the other guy doing
No.
the cheese was going to deploy later, he basically put all his scouts, which can be placed anywhere on board, just not within the aforementioned radius of another unit, put it all on his side of board because he had no units on, so he couldn't deploy, so he won by default.
Yeah, I get that, but why is he so smug about it?
Because he had
because he won against a cheesy player essentially by a
So the other
technicality.
guy is cheesy.
The guy,
Yeah, the other guy
apparently-
Yeah.
had an anti-cheese strategy.
Yeah.
Ah, I
So-
see.
So like the guy who's looking at the book, the white shirt guy, is like trying to figure out a way to let his bullshit through. But since he didn't prepare for counter bullshit at all,
Oh my god, this is a good one.
with the Russian motherfucker. I still love that one of the first achievements you get in Rising Storm Vietnam is Welcome to the Rice Field. And it is just a picture of Filthy Frank.
Damn.
Have you guys seen like the shitstorm on Twitter surrounding Filthy Frank because like a bunch of K-pop
The other
bitches
one,
didn't
I
know that
who he is.
he was
Like,
Filthy Frank?
This was I did a video on this. This was a
I did a
while
video
ago
on
though,
it.
where it's like some
Yeah.
fucking these Zoomers are finding out that Filthy Frank used to be interesting. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
I saw him like on.
Oh
what
my
was it?
god, my 13-year-old sister listens to Joji, I think.
Oh no!
Tell her.
Tell her, show her.
She is pretty lit, so probably she knows.
Maybe
This is from a comic, by the way.
grapple with your potential annihilation.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
comic's pretty fun.
Wiki how to defuse nuclear bomb.
This is the face that you make when you are grappling with your potential annihilation, though. That is pretty accurate.
It's pretty good.
I
I recommend it. It's about a girl that develops basically a porn game, and she gets so rich that she doesn't know what to do with her money, so she just does all kinds of random shit. But there's a really good story to it.
I don't like comics.
And the characters are fun. Yeah, but maybe other people.
Do not like them.
comics are a outdated medium.
I'm not sure they are. You can probably do cool. Like there's cool shit that you could do with comics. It's just
Oh, that one. God damn it.
Fuck's sake.
Beans.
I have to go to work in like 2 hours.
Well, I mean, see you around if
Jeez.
you have to go to work.
I could just listen to James May put down stuff on the table.
I could go for some nice cheddar right now, though. That would
The
be nice.
shockwave of his fucking jam. I can hear that all the way from England.
Fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn money?
Bob.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night, Frodo
See you
Baggins.
around.
See
You
you.
were very,
Stream's ending in
entertaining.
like 6 minutes anyway.
Huh?
Stream's ending in 6 minutes.
Okay, I'll stay.
Okay.
What
Don't have
cul-
to.
What culture or nationality of people would you least want to fight?
Australians.
To find?
Find how?
Australians.
Where?
Ready a robot.
In a war?
Oh.
We
fight!
charge Gallipoli.
I
Belgians.
Why Belgians?
They sound nice.
Finnish
They
people.
might sound very.
Yeah,
good.
Finnish people. The country is fucking based, right?
They're just insanely badass.
Right?
You
Their
just wanna fight
language,
some people
their
on the
language is 26 cases. They sound like dying fish, but it's still something really.
I
They can
personally
cups of coffee for
wouldn't
every
want to
meal.
fight the Viets, like the
Vietnam.
Vietnamese.
You don't want to fight Niam.
No, I don't want to fight Nam. You see, the way I see it in Finland, if you shot and survive it, you're immediately adjacent to cold elements that can, slow down the sort of like swelling and shit. And but if you're shot in Vietnam, you're surrounded by fucking mosquitoes. It's humid, sweat, and shit everywhere.
You never specified that we'd be fighting them on their own territory.
Yeah, but you can't freeze to death in the jungles of Vietnam, is what I'm saying.
True.
Well, at least people will be able to find your corpse in 1,000 years, perfectly preserved. And there's a small chance that they'll resurrect you.
Resurrect you.
Yeah, but you'd feel
Right,
like
they'll bring Margaret
Why-
Thatcher.
Why would they resurrect some caveman?
I swear to God, Thatcher is never going to come back because there's that much piss on that fucking grave.
I wouldn't resurrect that stupid fuck.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Thatcher, as well as that American one.
The American one.
American
Yeah.
Thatcher. Is that what Ronald Reagan is?
Yeah, that one, Ronald Reagan.
Reagan.
For some reason, get Reagan and Nixon always get confused.
Yeah, they were both terrible. They're both similar.
I'm not a crook.
I genuinely think Futurama saved Nixon's image.
Basically, yeah.
What? Who thinks of Nixon as a cool guy?
I
People
do.
who watch
During
Futurama.
Nixon's
Yeah, but
reign.
look, Brady, you're insane. No
Yeah,
disrespect.
like, sorry, man, but you're like, you can't. It's not.
Nixon's back.
Anyway, I'm probably gonna head off now.
Yeah, I mean,
Bye.
I might as well just end the stream.
There's
I'll see you.
one more.
Thank you all very much for watching. We're gonna look at this meme by Subway. You are correct, at Dennis Prager. The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. We did not include pants and didn't think it was necessary, and we have absolutely zero desire to know what you mean when asking for the Jared Fogle special. Return and we'll call the cops.
I'll see you
Bye.
I'll see you later, Critter.
Okay, well, at that point then, thank you very much for watching. I have to go back to the room. And see you around, cunts. And I would click the
See you
button
around.
and it's done. We're done. We're out. There's